Imagine this. You wake up in the morning with $100 in your pocket. You go to buy bread at noon. It costs $500. By evening, $2,000. By the time you go to sleep, $10,000. And tomorrow, it gets worse. This isn't a movie. This isn't fiction. This was real life. Germany, 1923. And this moment of absolute desperation is exactly what gave birth to the most dangerous man in modern history. Today's video is not about World War II. Today, we're going back further to understand how a civilized, educated nation became so broken that they willingly handed power to Adolf Hitler. 1918. World War I is over. Germany lost. But losing the war was only the beginning. What came next was something far more damaging. Complete national humiliation. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, didn't just end the war. It put Germany on its knees. Germany was officially blamed for starting the entire war. Massive territories were stripped away. The military was crippled, limited to just 100,000 soldiers. And the biggest blow, Germany had to pay 132 billion gold marks in war reparations. To give you perspective, that number was so large, Germany didn't finish paying it off until 2010. Think about what this does to a people. A proud, powerful European nation, now labeled as the villain of the world. Humiliated, blamed, stripped. That wound didn't heal. It festered. And it created millions of angry, resentful citizens, just waiting for someone to blame. Now let's talk about money, or more accurately, the complete destruction of it. Germany had to pay those massive reparations, but they had no money. So the government made a catastrophic decision. They just printed more. The result? One of the worst cases of hyperinflation in all of human history. In 1921, one loaf of bread cost 1 mark. By November 1923, that same loaf of bread cost 200 billion mark. 200 billion marks for one loaf of bread. People were going to the market with wheelbarrows full of cash, not because they were rich, because the cash was worthless. Some people were burning banknotes to heat their homes. Not wood, not coal, money. Because firewood was more expensive. A lifetime of savings gone overnight. Pensioners who worked 40 years became beggars. Middle-class families were wiped out completely. Everything they had built evaporated. And just when things started to stabilize, the world had other plans. 1929, the Great Depression hits. The global economy collapses. Banks fail. Businesses shut down. Millions lose their jobs overnight. For most countries, this was devastating. For Germany, it was the second punch to an already broken jaw. By 1932, unemployment in Germany hit 30%. 1 in 3 workers had no job, no income, no future. Factories closed, shops shuttered, families starving. Picture the streets of Berlin. Men in suits standing in bread lines. Doctors, engineers, teachers. People who did everything right. Completely destroyed by forces they couldn't control. These were not stupid people. These were not evil people. These were desperate people. And desperate people make dangerous choices. To them, democracy meant humiliation. Democracy meant hunger. Democracy meant broken promises. They were ready, desperately ready, for someone to come along and say, "I know who's responsible, and I will fix this." And right on cue, Adolf Hitler stepped onto the stage. But here's what most people miss. Hitler didn't rise alone. Behind him was a machine. A propaganda machine unlike anything the world had seen before. Enter Joseph Goebbels, Nazi Minister of Propaganda, a brilliant, terrifying strategist. Goebbels understood something fundamental. You don't win desperate people with facts. You win them with three things: an enemy, a dream, and a hero. So that's exactly what the Nazis gave them. Radio broadcasts, pumped directly into every home. Massive rallies, designed to feel like religious experiences. Posters everywhere, Hitler's face as a messiah figure. Films, glorifying the Nazi vision of a great Germany. And the message was crystal clear. Your suffering has a cause, external enemies. The current government betrayed you. We will restore Germany's greatness. Follow us. Does that kind of language sound familiar? It should. Because it's the same playbook used by authoritarians across every era, every culture, every continent. Now the most important question of this entire video. Were Germans stupid? Were they evil? No. They were broken. Put yourself in their shoes for a moment. Your father worked his entire life. His savings? Gone. Wiped out by inflation in 1 year. Your mother can't afford basic food. You studied, you worked hard. But there are no jobs. Your country lost a war, got blamed for it, and was humiliated on the world stage. Now someone steps up, speaks with total confidence, tells you exactly who's responsible, promises to restore your dignity, promises to make your nation great again.
Our industry, our...
In that state of desperation, a lot of people will believe, not because they're foolish, because they're human. This is how authoritarianism is born. Democracies don't die in coups. They don't die in revolutions. They die slowly, when people become so desperate, so humiliated, so hopeless, that they willingly hand their freedom to someone who promises to fix everything. So Hitler's rise was not an accident. It was not a mystery. It was a recipe. Humiliation plus economic collapse, plus mass unemployment, plus powerful propaganda, equals the perfect breeding ground for dictatorship. And here's the part that should send a chill down your spine.
Propaganda and power.
This is not just Germany's story. This pattern has repeated itself throughout history, in different countries, different languages, different faces, but the same formula. Understanding history isn't just about the past. It's about recognizing the warning signs before they become something we can't stop. If this video made you think, share it, because the more people understand this pattern, the harder it becomes to repeat it. And drop a comment below. Which dictator's rise do you want me to cover next?